Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Tubasa back with another video. This entry is from July 19th, 2024 at 12:11 p.m. Today, I've let myself admit to the disappointment that I feel within me, known to my professor. I feel that the data I've gathered while I was in France was cool, but I have yet to be able to compare it to any other papers on that subject. This makes me feel that the work I've done and the time I've spent there is worthless. I should rephrase that because that's not true. I feel worthless. My lack of understanding to the relevant subjects studied makes me feel incompetent, which makes me not value myself as anything. I feel stuck, as I have agreed to do this months ago. Getting out of this situation doesn't feel like a respectable thing to do until the job is done. I don't want to quit, but I am also not satisfied with my work. I'm nervous as to what is going to happen regarding this research and how my reputation will be evaluated. And in all honesty, I do care about how I am perceived by others because I want to be the best I can be. My validation for this is built upon my awareness of my reputation that I've spent years crafting. The truth I need to see within this mentality, though, is that being honest and open about my feelings to those around me is what gives my reputation its authenticity. I need to recognize that sharing my vulnerabilities with my professor on this research is what makes me a trustworthy and good person. Admitting my failures to others is a strength, not a weakness. I just feel lost sometimes, and I have no clue what I'm supposed to do with myself. I don't know what I want to really pursue in life yet, and that's scary to me. This lack of a plan is weighing on me. This lack of working on something I don't understand is weighing on me even more, because if I'm not even making an attempt to understand, then I truly am worthless. If I don't even make an attempt to pursue my passion of storytelling, then I am also worthless. Point being is that I have a big choice in my life coming up. Either I pursue a master's degree after I graduate this year, pursue a job, or pursue my passion. Each choice has benefits of their own, but taking one path means I can't take the others until later. I don't know what it is, but this place I've put myself in isn't one I enjoy at the moment. If I really just take a step back, everything is fine. I'm just too fixated on my current failure to see my past and future successes. I need to relax. I must accept that my attempts to work are like an ever-changing flow of life. Just wait for the reply to the email and go from there, bro. 1:08 p.m. And next to that, I have some drawings here. One is Wonder of You. There's one of Toru that says I'm her ex from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Another drawing I called Gan Gan Baby. One I called Pablo, and one I called Truckerston, and then one I said actually, but it more so looks like Steven Steele, if you know who that is. So there are the drawings that I have. They look like they're in pretty good res from what I can see on my screen. So that's what I have there. But then I need to bring it back into focus. Pause. The rock is cooking. Anyhow, with the research, guess what? After a couple months of letting time do its thing, we've set on a new path, and we have taken nothing from what I did for 2 months, and we're now going with this more demonstration-like activity for me to get data from. I'm not going to bore you with the details because the research I'm doing is like high-end engineering stuff that I don't even know about, and pretty full of me to say that, but I am a senior in college. Like I said, it's my last year. Hopefully, fingers crossed I don't fail. But every once in a while I do find myself in that spot where I am so fixated on myself that I don't look around me when it comes to what are the things I did today that I accomplished? What are the things I'm going to do that I know for sure I'm going to accomplish? What are the goals I've set? Things like that, where if I were to step back and look at everything, I would realize I'm only fixated on this one little spot in time, this one little task. And it's something that I do a lot because I used to be a perfectionist. I used to be someone who wanted to get everything down to a T perfectly. And it took a lot of time for me to accept that I can't be perfect. And there are times when I still catch myself thinking that I need to be perfect. It's crazy. It really is. Luckily nowadays, when it comes to a lot of things like homework, which I used to be super perfectionist on, I do as much as I can, go to office hours, ask questions, and then revise my work. Or solve the question now if I can. And it's a great thing to do because it actually relieves stress. Because trying to be a perfectionist and worrying about, I need to get this done as soon as possible, I need to turn this in, it needs to be perfect. Letting time do its thing, allowing you to go to the office hours that are open, allowing you to revise your homework, it makes it so much less stressful. Because you don't have to worry about it once you hit your roadblock and you're like, okay, well, I know what I'm going to ask now. And it's just another step, right? Being a perfectionist, sometimes you try and skip steps. I feel like, pretend you're going up a staircase. A perfectionist would just be like, boom, one and done. But you can't make it up a staircase in one step unless if it's like two small steps, or depending on how long your legs are. But if it's a flight of stairs, you're not going to make it up all the way in one go. You could maybe like skip every step, but even then that requires you to do a little bit of work before you have to do the next step. Being a perfectionist is something that I've worked on because I do think it ends up being a very stressful thing, and it can really harm people and their mentality. It's just we need to remember to chill and at least give yourself a little bit of a plan as to what are the next steps I got to do, or how can I achieve this in smaller bites. Because you can't eat an elephant in a single day unless you have the stomach of like Kirby. And another thing is failing. My dad says that failing stands for first attempt in learning. And when I heard that, it changed my mind. I don't know who came up with the quote originally, but my dad told me that. It's a first attempt in learning. Because a lot of people learn from their failures more than just having success happen. People don't make millions of dollars or have an easy life by not going through failure. Failure is such an important thing to go through because it's what helps people grow. It's what helps you learn as a student. Don't worry about being a perfectionist. Don't be afraid to fail because those are just human things. Very cliche, I know. But I feel like the way in which I've broken that subject down into both perfection and failure is very important. Anyway, I'm going to end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me ramble on for a little bit. But yeah, just take a chill pill, man. And in the words of my professor, enjoy your life. Peace.